we just started types of variables. In the first type, how many within the Python class, how many types of variables are allowed? Can you please tell? Within the Python class, how many types of variables are allowed? 3 types of variables are allowed. Can you please spell out what is the first category? What is the first category? Instance variables. Instance variables. What is the second one? Static variables. Static variables. And then third one, local variables, right? Instance variables, static variables, and then local variables, right? Okay. Instance variables, static variables, and then local variables, right? So just instance variables are object level variables or object related variables. Object level or object related variables. Are you getting right? Object level variables or object related variables. Static variables, these static variables are class level variables, are class related variables, right? Just observe that the words later we will discuss in detail. Class related variables, right? Next local variables are method level variables. Local variables are method level variables, right? Correct. Okay. Now whether the remaining two things whether you got or not required to worry, but this one is a very important word. Okay, can you please spell out method? This instance variables or object variable is the terminology the very clear for you people? Can you please confirm? Any doubt or any explanation? Yes. What is instance variable? Where we have to declare instance variables? Where we require to declare instance variable, like we discussed already, right? So now the second category of the variables, yes, is static variables, right? Okay, so take very special care about the static variable. You should have clarity, right? So in the last session I covered, sir, student class we took, sir. Have you remembered? Class student class I took. For every student, compulsory a separate name must be required. A separate name must be required. Next, a separate roll number must be required. That's why self dot name is equal to name. Self dot roll number is equal to roll number. Regarding self dot roll number is equal to roll number, like this, right? Okay. So now take very special care, object to object, student to student. A separate copy of name and roll number by default will be there. Such type of variables are called instance variables or object related variables. Suppose if I consider 600 student objects, right? Assume that 600 student objects I want to create, sir. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, dot. 600 student objects we require to create. Have you observed? For every student, separate name, separate roll number is there. Separate name, separate roll number is there. For every student, separate name and roll number is there, sir. Now the point is, if the value of a variable varied from object to object, then we should go for instance variables, right? But now my doubt is, but for all objects, if you consider for all these objects, do you know college name is the same or not? Can you please confirm? For all these objects, college name is the same or not? Yes, please respond. Is the same or not? Yes, college name is always same. But for all these objects, college name is always same. It is not varied from object to object. If the value of a variable is not varied from object to object, never recommended to declare that variable as instance variable. Remember this one, sir, because the reason is, okay, no issue, I'm declaring self dot college name. Self dot college name is college name is equal to college name, like this I'm taking, sir. Here just observe that. Here also see name, like I'm taking. Now the point here is name and the roll number varied from student to student. object to object. But college name is not varied from object to object. College name, this value is always fixed. This value is always fixed for all objects. Correct or not? College name, this value is always fixed for all objects. Then, if the college name is fixed, if I declare this one as the instance variable, the problem is, assume that college name is durgasoft. Assume college name is durgasoft. Then if I make this one as the instance variable, so here separate durgasoft is required to create, here separate durgasoft is required to create, here separate durgasoft is required to create, separate durgasoft is required to create. Unnecessary memory waste, performance is going to be down. Are you able to understand, right? If the value of a variable not varied from object to object, never recommended to declare that variable as instance variable, because if I declare that variable as instance variable, what is the problem, sir? Very simple. The problem is, if it is the instance variable, for every object separate copy is required or not? Yes. Here separate durgasoft is required, here also separate copy, here also separate copy, here also separate copy. If 600 students are there, then automatically 600 copies of durgasoft is required. So unnecessary memory waste, performance is going to be down. Are you getting? To overcome this problem, to prevent this problem, to overcome this problem, to prevent this problem, we have to declare such type of variables as static variables at the class level. Now here what I'm trying to say, array, it is not recommended to make as instance variable, because college name is not varied from object to object. Within the class directly you can declare college name is equal to durgasoft, something like this, right? College name is equal to durgasoft, like happily you can declare, no problem at all. Now immediately you people may ask, sir, if I declare a variable at class level, this is called class level variable or static variable, right? Sir, what is the advantage we are going to get? What is the advantage is, sir, for all objects, how many copies will be created, sir? Only one copy of static variable will be created, sir. So instead of creating durgasoft 600 times, can you please create durgasoft only one copy and share this copy for every object of the class? Automatically performance improvements are there, memory utilization by default will be improved. Regarding performance improvements are there, and memory utilization by default will be improved. This is the biggest advantage of static variable, right? Now take a bit very special care. So let me conclude all these things into the conclusion terminology, so that you can get much clarity, right? So very simple. Here just a legend. If the value of a variable, if the value of a variable is varied from, right, 1 minute. If the value of a variable, sir, is varied from object to object, varied from object to object, then we should go for instance variable. Correct or not, sir? When we should go for instance variable, sir? If the value of a variable is varied from object to object, then we should go for instance variable. For every object, a separate copy of instance variable, will be created, right? A separate copy of instance variable will be created. Okay, that's all. If you have 600 objects are there, 600 copies of instance variables are there, because for every object a separate copy of instance variable will be created. Okay, like that. So now my question is, sir, if the value of a variable is not varied from object to object, are you getting? If the value of a variable is not varied from object to object, sir, if the value is not changed from object to object, is it required to maintain separate copy for every object? Yes or no? Is it required to maintain separate copy for every object? No. Unnecessary memory waste, performance is going to be down. So if the value of a variable is not varied from object to object, then such type of variables Such type of variables are not recommended, to declare as instance variables. To declare as instance variables. Such type of not recommended to declare as instance variables, right? So if the value of a variable not varied from object to object, such type of variables are not recommended to declare as instance variables. Remember this one, sir. So we have to declare those variables at the class level. We have to declare those variables at class level by using. We have to declare those variables at class level, sir, just at class level as static variables, right? Remember. So can you please tell basic difference between instance variable and static variable? Sir, if it is a Java, we are using static keyword. But here we are not required to use static keywords. Whatever variable we declared within the class directly, that variable is by default considered as static variable only. Remember that. Okay. Now my question is basic difference between static variable and the instance variable. Anyone can you please tell? Best up to this, whatever you know. Instance variables are object level variables. Static variables are class level variables. Instance variable, for every object, a separate copy will be created. Static variable, for all objects, only one copy will be created. That's what you should aware. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Ayyo. Clear up to this, so that I will start coding. Okay. So just how you can access static variable. How you can access static variable, right? So very simple. We can access static variable either by using class name, or by using object reference, or by using object reference, either by using class name or by using object reference. Remember this one. We can access static variables either by using class name or by using object reference. No problem at all. So one small thing I want to discuss. This point is a very important point, sir. If you evade this point, then nothing will be there in between. I mean between instance variable and static variable. You can able to understand very easily, sir. What that point is? Observe carefully. Observe carefully. How many people can tell the correct answer? I want to listen from you people. Please observe the coding. Here I'm taking class test. Very simple. I'm asking class test. X is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. Like this I'm taking. DEF underscore init self. Okay, self for dot y is equal to 20. Like this I'm taking, sir. Now T1 is equal to test. T1 is equal to test. Now T2 is equal to test. T1 is equal to test. T2 is equal to test. Can you please observe? I want to print T1 related T1 dot x comma T1 dot y. T1 dot x comma T1 dot y. Next T2 dot x comma T2 dot y. Like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, T2 dot x comma T2 dot y. Like this I'm taking. Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm what is the output we are going to get now? Because just now I told static variables happily we can access by using class name. Static variables happily we can access by using class name. No problem. By using object reference also you can access 1020 like this, right? Okay, don't get confused. Better take a bit special care. T1 is the 1020, T2 is also 1020. Okay, well 1020 only. Okay, well 1020. Now the point is, now listen a bit very carefully. So test dot x is equal to 888. Next T1 dot y is equal to 999. I'm taking, sir. Test dot x is equal to 888. T1 dot y is equal to 999. Like this I'm taking. Can you please confirm what the answer we are going to get? Please respond. The most dangerous, the most valuable, important conclusions. First one, what the answer? Second one, what the answer? Yes. Take very special care. If you are in a position to answer this one, then yes, sir, I got very clearly about instance variable, about static variable. I can give the word. What is the output we are going to get? Okay, so compulsory memory representation, you people should aware. Compulsory memory representation, you should aware. The people who are coming from Java background, they can able to understand very easily, especially this point, because in Java also rule is the same. The people who are learning first time Python, take special care. So now here one is static variable, the other one is instance variable. One is a static variable, the other one is instance variable. Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm which variable will be created first? Static variable will be created first. So x is equal to 10 will be created first, because static variable will be created first whenever you are using class. If you are creating an object t1 like this, I'm creating an object, then y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20. If I'm creating an object, y is equal to 20 like this, right? Y is equal to 20, y is equal to 20. So t1 is the reference variable, t2 is the reference variable for this. Okay, t1 and then t2. So print t1 dot x, t1 dot x and y 1020, t2 dot x y 1020. Up to this, there is no problem at all. Now take very special care. Tester dot x is equal to 888. Tester dot x is 888. Static variable, right? Static variable, right? Test dot x is equal to 888. T1 dot y is equal to 999. T1 dot y is equal to 999 like this, right? Now T1 dot x comma T1 dot y, T2 dot x comma T2 dot y. T1 dot x 888 next T2 dot x comma T2 dot y 88820. Sir, the important conclusion, if you perform any change to the instance variable, if you perform any change to the instance variable, that the change won't be reflected for the remaining objects, because for every object a separate copy of instance variable will be there. Regarding the change won't be reflected for the remaining objects, because for every object a separate copy of instance variable is there. Remember that. But if you perform any change to the static variable, that the change will be reflected for all objects, because only one copy of static variable is there. Remember that. It is also a bit important conclusion. You people should be aware about static and instance variable. Right? That's why what is the answer we are going to get, sir? So first time T1 dot x, T1 dot y means 888 999, but here the output is 88820 is the answer. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Let me execute this code. The people who want again explanation, I will do that. But anyway, you should aware 888 999 followed by 88820. Can you please tell? Do you want me to explain again? Yes, friends. Understanding this point is very important. Understanding this point is very important. Please take a bit special care. Okay. So especially first time learners, remember this. Okay. Let me repeat again. Yes. Yeah. Let me repeat again so that the remaining people also can able to understand. Okay. Just concentrate much. I will repeat again. So one is class variable, second one is the instance variable. Whenever we are using this class, automatically class variable will be created. X is equal to 10 got created. Okay, class data first will be created, sir. But whenever we are creating an object, then only instance variable will be created. Now T1 is equal to test, means now instance copy will be created. T1. So Y is equal to 20 got created. Here also, sir, T2, here Y is equal to 20 got created, right? Okay, that's all. Y is equal to 20 got created like this, right? Now, sir, print of T1, T1.x, T1.y, T1.x, T1.y, 10, 20. So T2.x, T2.y, 10, 20. I hope up to this there is no doubt at all for all the people. Are you getting? Up to this there is no doubt at all. There is no doubt at all for all the people, right? Sir, now what is the next point here? Only next important conclusion is there. What is that point? Is test.x is equal to triplet. Test.x is equal to triplet, right? So means test.x means this one. Now observe that which copy we are making the change, which copy we are making static variable. How many copies of static variables are there? Only one copy is there. If you perform any change to the static variable, that change will be reflected for all the objects. Remember, but T1.y, you are changing instance variable value only for T1.y means 999. There is no effect on the remaining objects because for every object a separate copy of instance variable is there. Observe carefully, sir. Okay, for every object a separate copy of instance variable is there. That's why here there is no effect for the T2. Now T1.x, T1.y. T1.x means currently 888, T2.x, T2.y. T2.x means 888 under 20, 888 under 20, like this, right? So very simple. Again the conclusion. So for every object separate copy of instance variables are there. If you perform any change to the instance variable, that the change won't be reflected for the remaining objects because for every object separate copy is there. But if you perform any change to the static variable, that the change will be reflected for all the objects because a single copy of static variable will be maintained. Remember. Any doubt? Friends? Yes, Nagamani, correct. Static variables are not fixed. Dynamically, you can change the values of static variable. You can add new static variable. You can remove existing static variables. No problem at all. Can you please confirm all the remaining people got the concept clearly? Yes. Respond so that okay. Now you people should have clear clarity about this, and then all the loopholes I will discuss in detail. Okay, remember, if any person is asking what is the difference between instance variable and static variable, just 2 or 3 points you should be in a position to tell, sir. 2 or 3 points. Assume that this is the instance variable. Next this one is static variable. Assume that, sir. So instance variable, these are object related variables. These are object related variables. These are object related variables. Sir, what about these? Can you please spell out? These are class related variables. Class related variables. Next, for every object, a separate copy will be created. Okay. For every object, a separate copy will be created. A separate copy will be created. So, but for all objects, a common copy will be created at class level. For all objects, a single copy will be created at class level. Remember this one. Next point here is very important, sir. Okay, by using one object reference, if we perform changes to any instance variable by using one object reference, if we perform any changes, any changes to the instance variable, any changes to the instance variable, then those changes, won't be reflected, won't be reflected for the remaining objects, won't be reflected for the remaining objects, because for every object separate copy is there, sir. For every object separate copy is there. But by using one reference, or by using, if we perform any change to the static variable, if we perform any change to the static variable value, then that the change will be reflected, for all objects. The change will be reflected for all objects. Remember this one. Can you please confirm? All the people are in a position to understand? Divijot, here memory representation, there is no like specific like Java, just inside Python virtual machine memory, that's it. Okay, please make sure this clarity must be required for you people, right? Now I have one small doubt. In our session, almost around 100 students are there. Assume that's almost in our session 100 students are there. For every student, a separate notebook is there. A separate notebook is there. Some people are running notes. Separate notebook is there. For every student, a separate pen is there. Next, a separate system is there. System is there. Okay, do you know? Here, all these things are instance variables. Because for every student, separate copy of notebook, separate copy of pen, separate copy of system must be required. Because you are seeing this, you are attending this class with your system. Another person is attending this session with his system. That's why. So here for every object, for every student, separate copies are there. That's why this one itself is nothing but instance variables, right? But have you observed? But for all these 100 students, okay, faculty is how many members? Okay, for all these students, how many faculty members are there? Faculty is only one. The same copy will be shared by all students. Regarding the same copy shared by all students. Now this faculty, is it instance copy or static copy? Can you please tell? Is it instance copy or static copy? Yes. Okay, this is the static copy, because here, do you know, it is the static copy, because for every student separate faculty is not there. For all the students only one faculty, the same faculty will be shared, the same faculty will be reused for every object of the class. That the thing itself is nothing but static variable. So logically, when we should go for instance variable, when we should go for static variable, you people should have clarity about this terminology. Can I go for next level? Okay. So yeah, please take, even this one is not there in our material also. Please take this one. Just take a snap in your mobile. Or screenshot you can take. Okay, that's all. So static variables, instance variables, in which memory area these things are stored in the Python. Memory areas are not clearly, not that much clear. Just aware all the things are going to be stored inside Python virtual machine memory. There is no clear division. If I will come across anything, I will let you know. Don't worry. In Java, we did postmortem about internal architecture of JVM. But here I'm not seeing that scope, but if it is there, definitely I will do that. Yeah, Amol, we can change the value of static variable, no problem at all. No problem. Tomorrow, college name I want to change. Yes, is it possible or not? Why not? Happily, you can change. DurgaSoft, Durga software. I don't want Durga software, DurgaSoft I want. Something like it. You can change it. No issue at all. Sir, clear, right? All the people are in a position to understand what is the static, what is the instance variable. This division must be clearly, you people should be aware. But now, just a taste only I showed, but it's not complete static. Remember, just only introduction to static variables completed. Okay, introduction to static variables completed. So for every object, separate copy instance variable. For all objects, single copy at class level, static variable. That's it. Now the next terminology, what I want to take, sir, where we have to declare static variables. Remember this one, sir. Various places to declare static variables. Various places to declare static variables. 1 minute, sir. So please make sure first you should have some overall brief idea, then you can able to understand this concept well. 1 minute, sir. Just 5 minutes, sir. A simple overview I want to inject in your mind, and then detailed explanation we will discuss it. Don't worry, sir. Inside Python class, how many types of variables are allowed? Please respond. How many types of variables are allowed? 3 types, sir. One is instance variable, second one is the static, third one is the local variables, right? Now, sir, class student I'm taking. If I declare any variable here, what is this variable? Please respond. What is this variable? If I declare any variable here, what is this variable? Static variable. For all objects, single copy. Good. Now, if I can take def underscore init of self, I'm taking self dot. Here, you know, y is equal to self dot y is equal to 20. I'm taking, sir. Can you please tell what is this variable? What is this variable, sir? This variable is called instance variable. Good. Now I'm taking z is equal to 30, sir. Z is equal to 30. That's all. I'm not declaring this variable by using self. I'm not declaring this variable by using self. Do you know what is this variable, sir? This variable is called local variable. Boss, static variable means this is the place. Here directly I'm declaring. Okay, it is the local to constructor, local to method. Okay, the variables which are declared inside a method, inside a constructor, just for temporary requirements, these variables are called local variables. Okay, we will discuss in detail. First, get the basic idea. Sir, what is instance variable? What is static? What is the local? Sir, clear? Just at very top level, basic idea, sir. Okay, like now the next, how many types of methods are there inside Python? How many types of methods are there in Python class? There are 3 types of methods are there. Remember, first one, object related method. Second one, class related method, object related method, class related method. Third one, static method. Just get the basic idea. We are going to discuss each method one separate class, but just aware. So total, how many types of methods are there? 3 types of methods are there. One is instance method, object related method. Second one, sir, class method. Okay, is the name itself indicates class related method. Next, third one, sir, static method. General utility method. What the meaning? You can get with a small short example. Definitely you will get some clarity. Total 3 methods are there, sir. Sir, if any method if any method here, just observe this one. Class student college name is equal to durgasoft. College name is equal to durgasoft like this I'm taking, sir. Now def underscore init underscore self comma or self comma name comma roll number like this I'm taking roll number. Self dot name is equal to name. Self dot roll number is equal to roll number like this I'm taking, sir. Self dot name is equal to name. Self dot roll number is equal to roll number like I'm taking. What is this part? Can you please tell what is this one? This one itself is respond. What is these variables? These variables are called instance variables, right? Now one small thing I want to tell, sir. You people are going to get some clarity about methods, more concentration. Just the overall idea I'm keeping at the beginning. Sir, if I can take some method I want to define. What is the purpose of this method? Is it is the responsible to print the student data. It is the responsible to print the student data. So print the student data. Print the student data. This is the method I'm taking, sir. Assume that actually object oriented print the student data like this I'm taking. So we have to print the self dot name comma self dot roll number. Self dot name comma self dot roll number. Have you observed? It is always going to print the name of the student, roll number of the student. It is always associated with a particular object only, boss. So if you want to execute this one, you have to call this on the object. Maybe S1 object or S2 object, S1 dot print student data, S2 dot print student data like that. So inside a method, if you are using at least one instance variable, inside a method, if you are using at least one instance variable, that instance variable, okay, is always that instance variable. So if you are using at least one instance variable, that method should be instance method. That method is always talks about a particular object. Compulsory that method should be instance method. Remember this one. Let me repeat again, sir. Inside a method, if you are declaring at least one instance variable, if you are using at least one instance variable, oh, this method is always talks about object only. That's why it should be instance method. Instance method should compulsory contain self argument, right? Are you getting? So if you want to call this method, how you can call this method? Can you please tell? I want to call this method. S1 is equal to student. S1 is equal to student of here Durga, comma 101 I'm taking, sir. If I want to call this method, can you please tell, is it valid or not? S1 dot like this. Please, valid or not? Respond. Valid or not? Yes, perfectly. It is going to tell is the name and the roll number, right? Let me execute this code. Have you observed? Durga 101. Perfectly it's going to work. Durga 101. Perfectly it's going to work. So this method you should compulsory call on the object only, because this method is always talks about object related what we call object related properties. So inside a method, if you are using at least one instance variable, that method is always instance method because it is always associated with a particular object only. Getting basic idea? Basic idea we are going to discuss in detail next level. Okay, so inside at least one instance variable compulsory we require to use. At least one instance variable compulsory we require to use. Okay, then we should go for instance method. Suppose I want to take one more method. What's my method is? Can you please tell what is college name? What is the college name? What is college name? print college name. To print a college name, object is required or not required? Student object is required or not required? Please confirm. Student object is required or not required? Not required. Not required. Simple. So print okay, student class name dot college name. That's all. Student dot college name. It is going to print the college name. No way related to object. No way related to object. Now, if you want student dot print the college name. Student dot print the college name. Happily it is going to work, sir. Happily it is going to work. So I'm sure this method is not instance method. Any doubt? Any doubt? Is this method is not instance method? Okay, like I'm sure it's not instance method because it never talks about a particular object related properties. Okay, like it's always talks about class level data. That's why, sir, such type of methods are called class level methods. Remember this one, class level methods. How to differentiate? It is the class method. There is at the rate class method decorator we require to use. Are you getting? At the rate class method decorator we require to use, and the class method compulsory, just like a self. There is one reference variable pointing to current object CLS. There is one variable compulsory we are going to maintain. It is always referring to current class. That's why directly either student.name you can ask or CLS.name you can ask. Okay, so this is a class method. Remember, just a basic idea. We are going to repeat multiple times, so don't worry, sir. Sir, how you can conclude with the class method? Why you are not taking this one as the instance method? Can you please, anyone, can you please tell why you didn't take this one as the instance method? What the reason? Because why you didn't? Because we are not using any instance variable. If you are not using any instance variable, this one never talks about a particular object. Why unnecessary? We require to create object and then call? No, without object, simply by using class name, happily we are allowed to call this method. Such type of methods are by default considered class method. In this class method, am I using class level data or not? Please, am I using class level data or not? Yes. Okay, I'm using class level data. How to access class level data? Either by using class name or by using CLS variable. So slowly you will get, because first time you are seeing this terminology. That's why don't worry. Even my intention is, it is not just everyone having some idea about class method like that. That's why I'm telling these points, sir. Okay, like now here see this one. How to call, what are various possibilities are there to call, all those in detail we are going to discuss. Just aware the words character by character I'm introducing. Like, so do you know who is the responsible to provide self variable? Who is the responsible to provide self variable? Python is always responsible to provide self. Self means current, reference to current object. Sir, in the class method, who is the responsible to provide this class reference variable? Python itself is the responsible. No problem. Python virtual machine is the responsible. In the case of class method, it is a reference variables to current class. It is the reference variable to current object. Observe that. So by using CLS, you are allowed to access any class data, no problem at all. Now, have you look once? Have you observed, right? Perfectly. Sir, what is the college name? Durgasoft, like 2 times I'm printing. This is the big. It is another category of the methods what we have. Now, third one, sir. Now, the third one I want to take. What is the third important point? What is the third one is, suppose I'm taking, sir, df yard x comma y, df yard x comma y, print of sir the sum, the sum is x plus y, print of the sum is x plus y. Now I have one small doubt. Okay, here the problem, here there is one small doubt is there. Is this method using any instance variable? Please confirm. Is this method using any instance variable? Yes or no? No, no. Is this method using any static variable? No, no. Static variables it is not using. Instance variables it is not using. Then what it is doing? What it is doing, sir? Simple terminology. What it's going to what it is doing? It is not going to do any instance variables. I mean, it's not performing it is not using any instance variable. It's not using any static variable. Just a local variable performing the sum. Just if you provide two variable, it is going to print the sum. This functionality no way related to class data, no way related to instance data. Such a type of general utility methods are called static methods. Okay, now static method we can declare this one as a static method. How you can call static method? No problem, by using class name student dot add of 100 comma 200. Can you please observe that the sum is 300? Like this we are going to get. Are you getting the point? Sir, observe why it is instance method. Sir, instance method no decorator. This type of syntax is called decorator, sir. No instance method, no decorator for instance method. Can you please tell? Can you please conclude? Please conclude why it is considered, why we should go for instance method in this case? Because it is using respond, because it is using instance variables. That's why it is the instance method. Sir, why this one we have to declare class method? Because it is using class level data, static variables, right? Sir, why it is a static method? It never going to use any instance variable. It never going to use any static variable. Yeah, just a general utility methods. General utility methods. You are passing some two values. That person is going to calculate something and return something based on our programming requirement. This person nowhere related to objective functionality. This person nowhere related to class functionality. General utility methods we can define by using static. Basic idea. Yes, Swarup. Class method is if you are not using any instance variable, if you are using only static variable, such type of methods are classic. Class method. No way. Swarup, not possible. Static method can't use static variable. Static method can't use class level data. Static variable cannot be used. Yes. Divya, no confusion. Everything is straightforward because you are trying to apply your Java knowledge here. That's why the problem. So, Yeah, friends. Yeah, just don't worry. The very easy terminology, because first time you are seeing, right? That's why some people may get fear, shivering, these kind of things. Okay. Now, just I will try to explain again with much clarity. Just creating the basic idea only. Okay. Like now here, take a bit very special care about this terminology. Sir, I have inside a method legend this one. All your doubts will be clarified. Yeah, Swarup. Yeah, first legend, and then at last I will tell. Inside a method, if we are using, okay, if we are using instance variables, what is this method? Please confirm. Now, immediately you have to tell. If you are getting this clarity, then nothing will be there. If you are using instance variable, oh, it always talks about a particular object only. Compulsory, we should go for instance method. It is object related method, we should go for instance method. Now, if we are using, okay, if you are using instance variables plus a static variables. Instance variables plus a static variables. What is this one? Don't get confused. Now please take your own time and then tell answer. I'm using instance variables and static variables. Can you please tell what is this method? Yeah, please take a bit very special care. Please take a bit very special care about this one. If we are using at least one instance variable, whether we are using static variable or not, if you are using at least one instance variable, this method is always instance method. Remember this one. This method is always instance method. Whether you are using static data, class data or not, I don't want to worry. At least one instance variable you are using, boss, definitely this person talks about a particular object only, irrespective of whether this person using class data or not. So compulsory we should go for instance method. Okay, well, next, if we are using only static variables, if we are using only static variables, only static variables, right? Can you please tell what is this one? Only static variables if you are using. I'm not using any instance variable, only static variables I'm using. Only static variable, class method. Compulsory it should be class method. Remember this one. Okay. Now only static variables are. Okay. Now if we are not using any instance variable, instance variable under any static variable, sir, I'm not using any instance variable, any static variable. Boss, I'm the temporary person, man. I'm general person. I never talks about your class data. I never talks about your object data. I'm just a general person. Any person can call me. Something like that. Then we should go for which method? Please respond. Then we should go for which method? Static method. Now, same point I'm telling in other style. Now I hope you can able to understand clearly. Are you getting right? Object related method, which always talks about object related properties. Class related method, which always talks about static data. Next, there are some other methods are there which never talks about class data, never talks about object data. Such type of methods are by default considered as instance method. Sorry, static methods, like this, right? Next, sir, the compulsory, if it is the instance method, self must be required. If it is the instance method, self must be required. Self is a reference variable to current object. Similarly, if it is the CLS, it is a class method, compulsory CLS variable. It is the reference variables to corresponding class object. So for every class object will be there, are similar to normal object. Okay, it is a class object. How many class objects will be there? Only one class object. By using the CLS variable, happily we can access a class level data. No, Raghavendra, your analysis is wrong. Static blocks will be executed automatically, but here these methods won't execute. Compulsory, we have to call. Okay, sir, very simple. Just a small clarity. We are creating objects. Objects are creating explicitly by the programmer. Next, for every object, Python virtual machine will provide one implicit variable, which is nothing but self. Any doubt, Swarup? Any doubt? Objects are creating explicitly by the programmer. For every object, Python virtual machine will provide one implicit variable, which is nothing but self. Next, for every class, how many classes are there here? Please respond. How many classes are there here? Only one class. What is that class? Class student. For every class, internally, Python virtual machine will create one class object. Remember this one. One separate class level object will be created. It's not normal student object. Class object. Okay. For this, CLS is the implicit reference variable. Provided by Python virtual machine. So for every class, internally, one special object will be created. That special object is called class object. A reference variable to the class object, CLS, will be provided by the Python virtual machine. By using CLS, we can access class level data. That's all. With the full patience, if you are going to attend 1 or 2 sessions, like until familiar this terminology, then the remaining OOPS concept will become very easy. Okay, just my intention is basic idea. You require to get slowly terminology. There is instance method, there is static method, there is class level method, like this, right? Now, all the people got at least the 50% of concept. Because it is not methods discussion. In the next, we are going to discuss methods discussion. Are you getting some idea? How many types of methods are there? Next, what is class method? What is the instance method, static method, like just a basic terminology. Slowly, we are going to discuss in detail all these things, right? Don't worry. Next, moreover, sir, Java is very easy. Python is very difficult. No, Python is very easy than Java. Python is very easy than Java, but the terminology first time you are learning, right? That's why small confusion will be there. Plus, moreover, you know already other language. Okay, that other language is shared by default will be there in your mind. That is the bigger problem. If you are straightforward, if you are learning Python directly, no problem at all. Here I am using static. Immediately in your mind, Java static method will come. Java static block will come. That's why the bigger problem is going to come. Getting right? Yeah. What is class object? So for every class, Python virtual machine internally creates one class object for just reflection sake. Just aware, that's all. As of now, not recommended to that. So by using that class object, programmer can access class level data. Okay. Why I'm telling all these things? So now we are in variables discussion. Okay, Like self CLS won't be available outside of the class. Correct? Now come CLS, CLS, and then self. These things are available. These things are available only within the class only. Outside of the class, self means object reference we have to use. CLS means class name you require to use. Clear? So if you just 1 or 2 days, please forget Java. Then you can understand very easily these things. Yeah, Divjot, we can call static methods by using object reference also, no problem. That part we are going to discuss in detail. What are various possible ways to call class method, to call instance method like. Okay, first we are at methods level, variables level. So that's why beyond that, don't think unnecessary confusion is going to be raised. Because my role is slowly I will introduce the words. So what about inner classes? What about inner methods? All these things, no. Don't worry. Slowly we will add all those. Okay, this material is already there. Don't worry. This total material is already there in your material. All these things. It's not on fly. I'm not telling these points. Already in our material there, sir. Okay. Now everyone have some idea. Sir, there are 3 types of variables are there. There are three types of variables are there. There are 3 types of methods. Methods are there. Okay, like 3 types of variables are there. There are 3 types of methods are there. Like just aware this terminology. Just Swaroop is asking, inside static method, static variable will be there. What answer you can tell? What answer you can tell? Inside static method, static variable will be there. Yes, inside static method. Sorry, what is this one? What answer you can? Inside static method. Inside static method, you are not allowed to use any class level data, any object related data. It is the general utility method. If you are using static variable, then it will become class method, but not the static method. Okay. Local variables anywhere you can take, whether it is the instance method, static method, next static method or class method. Anywhere local variables, no restriction. The total cinema is only for instance and static variables. Clear? Yeah. Well, now, sir, that's all. Just let me repeat. I mean, not repeat. Just come to our variables part. Okay. Now observe. Just all this basic idea I provided to talk static variables in detail. Okay, that is the purpose, right? So just a few 1 or 2 sessions, you may get all the terminology, all possibilities I'm covering. That's why you may get a bit difficult. But two times or 3 times, if you are going to refer this video, refer our material, then everything will become easy. Please. Okay. Then now here take very special case. Various where we can declare static variables. Where we can declare static variables. Can you please tell at least one position, at least one place? Sir, this is the place where we have to declare static variables. Everyone, because I covered already. Where we can declare static variables, static variables. I covered already, sir. Remember that. Where we have to declare static variable? After class name. After class, I mean within the class. Within the class, we can declare static variable directly. A is equal to 10. Okay, A is equal to 10. Well, generally, this is the only place where we can declare static variable. General. Most of the people are going to use this approach, right? This place only. But I am inside constructor. Okay, here just observe that in general we can declare static variables within the class directly, but outside of any constructor, or outside of any method, outside of any constructor or method, we are declaring static variable. This is the standard place. Now underscore init self, I'm taking self dot b is equal to 20. What is this variable? What is this variable? Please respond. What is this variable? Self dot b is equal to 20. Is it static or instance? Is it static or instance? Okay. Remember, this variable is called instance variable. This variable is called instance variable. Now the point is here instead of static self, I'm using test.p. instead of self, I'm using test.p. Inside a constructor, we can declare static variable by using class name. Inside the constructor, we can declare static variable by using class name. Second place, okay, first place, inside the class, inside the class directly, but from inside the class directly, but outside of any method or constructor. This is the first. Second one, inside the constructor, by using okay, class name, okay. Now also it is the instance variable. Okay, then sir, here if you want just have a look once, sir, t is equal to sub test, or otherwise print of test dot underscore dict underscore class related dictionary I want. Okay, now observe here there are some implicit there, but anyway don't worry. Here static variable is there, sir. Static variable is there. Okay, test A is the only thing, sir. You never going to see B, or you never going to see anything. But why B is not there? Because you didn't create object. Because constructor will be executed whenever you are creating object. T is equal to tester. Can you please tell how many static variables are there now? Now how many static variables are there? Yeah. How many static variables are there now? Please confirm. After t is equal to test, if I print, how many static variables are there? Two variables. First, this is the static variable. Whenever you are creating object, constructor got executed, automatically this is static variable also created. That's why 2. Now A is equal to 10, and then B is equal to 20. A is equal to 10, and then B is equal to 20. Like two static variables are there. Like next, third place, inside the instance method, tester.c is equal to 30. Can you please tell, is it a static variable or not? Is it a static variable or not? Yes. Inside instance method by using class name. This is the third place. Inside the instance method by using class name. Okay, like this is the static variable, right? Now where is the proof for that? Let me call that method t.m1. I call that method. Now observe. First time A is equal to 10 is there, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30 is there. So total all the three variables are available. Okay, like now the next here I'm taking at the rate class method, def m2 method. Sir, for the class method, which argument we require to pass? Please respond, because you should familiar with the terminology. Which variable we require to use for class? Which variable we require to use? Good, the variable CLS. CLS variable we require to use. CLS variable we require to use. Okay. Inside the CLS variable is always pointing to current class object. That's why. So here you can take test dot d is equal to 40 r CLS dot e is equal to 50. Okay. Inside class method. Okay. We can declare static variables inside class method either by using class name or by using class name or by using class name or by using CLS variable. That's all. Inside the class method either by using class name or by using CLS variable. Okay, like this. Now this is now can you please tell, if I call m2 total, how many static variables are there? Please respond. How many static variables are there if I call m2? Divijay, we will just maybe network issue. How many static variables are there? Can you please? Yes, now currently how many static variables are there? Ayyo. Total after line number 18, how many static variables are there? After line number 18, how many static variables are there? Okay, now listen this one. This is one static variable. Whenever you are creating object, constructor will execute. Here another static variable. Whenever you are calling m1, another static variable. Whenever you are calling m2 plus here 2. So total 5 static variables are there. Okay, like now let me cross check. Can you please observe? A is equal to 10, 1, B, C, D, and then E is equal to like. So that's all. Total 5 static variables are there as of now. Now, what is the remaining method? Can you please tell? Instance method we covered. Class method also we discussed. What is the remaining method? I forgot the method names. What is the remaining method? Static method. Okay. The m3 method, it never going to take any instance variable or static variable. I mean, it won't access. But if you want, you can declare, no problem at all. Test dot f is equal to 90. We are declaring test dot f is equal to 90. Okay. Now this is the fifth ones are inside static method. By using class name. Inside the static method by using class name like this, right? Have a look once. E is equal to 50. Sir, 1 minute, because you didn't call that method. T dot m3. Clear, right? Now observe, there is one small contradictory is coming in my explanation, in your understanding. What is that contradictory? Swarup is there just to raise. Good, sir. You said inside the static method we can't take static variables. Sir, can you please tell, is it the same statement I told? Is it the same statement I told? Yes or no? Sir, you said inside the static method we can't take static variable. Inside the static method we can't access static variables. We can't access static variable. Static variables cannot be accessed inside static method. But I'm declaring, that's a declaration. But all possibilities I'm telling, man. Okay, It doesn't mean in every program you have to do all these things. Just only this place is more enough. But still, why I'm telling all the internal things you should. Okay, like, well, now that's all. These are total how many places came? Total how many places came? Total how many places are there? Yeah. Divjot, just generally, sir, if you are going to declare test.f is equal to 90, then automatically the static variable which is declared here only. Yes, no issue, you can. Yeah. Total how many places are there? Anyone, can you please confirm? 5 places. Now the last one, from outside of class by using class name. Outside of the class by using class name. Okay, here test dot g is equal to 100. I'm taking it is also static variable. Test dot g is equal to 100. I'm taking. Now can you please observe? Wow, sir, all possibilities I'm covering. These are various places where you can perform, you can declare static variables, right? Anywhere doubt, please let me know. Yes. Anywhere doubt? Clear? These are various places. Swaroop, generally when we should go for static method, if you don't want static variables, if you don't want instance variables, then we should go for static method. Still I want to use a static variable, then why you are coming to static method? Better to go for class method. Getting? Swaroop, that's what. Acceptable, Swaroop. Yeah, Divjot, correct. Within the class directly inside constructor. Next, the 3 methods. Don't use the function. It is not function, methods. Next, outside of the class. Acceptable then means you are not writing proper coding. Swaroop is asking, yeah, Shivaram. Swaroop is asking, is it possible to access static variable inside static method or not? This is about his doubt. Print on test.a possible or not is asking. Is it possible or not? By using class name, you can access static variable anywhere. It is acceptable, but the problem is you are misusing the syntax. Because if you are trying to access static variable, why we are going for static method? Better to go for what? Class method. That's what. Shivaram, getting? Yeah. Static variables. Okay, if you are going to use a static variables, compulsory that method should be class method. When we are going for a static method means general utility methods. But anyway, still if you are taking like this, acceptable, but it's not a good programming practice. Next, that's why most of the times what will happen is, don't worry, most of the times what will happen is, the people are not going to use this one. They are always going to use this one or this one. Are you getting? The people are always going to use instance method and then static method. Okay, the people won't use this one because of this confusion. Kushbu, if any variable declared here, it will be created at the time of class loading. But these things will be created whenever you are calling that constructor or method like that. Don't feel all static variables will be created at class level. Inside static method, we can access static variables. Yes, correct, but it's not a good programming practice. We are misusing the concept. Swarup. Okay, sir. Yeah, these are various things what you should aware, where we can declare static variables. Multiple places are there where you can access static variables. Very simple, very simple. We can able to do that, sir. Okay, next up. There are some small doubts are there. 1 minute. Static method nowhere related to static variables. It is just general utility method, right? Correct, Nagamani. Still, if you want to use static variable inside static method, acceptable, but it's not a good programming practice. Next, x is equal to 100 after constructor of method. Where divisor, where you want, in which line? Here you want to take x is equal to 100. Yes. Can you please have a look once? Anywhere x is equal to 100 came? Yes. Within the class directly, but outside of any method or constructor. Within the class directly, but outside of any method or constructor. Static variable. Under the place also have you observed, at the beginning only it is got created. Okay. Yeah. Swarup, now I hope you are getting right. Default values concept is not there in Python. In Java, default values concept is there, but in Python, default values concept is not there. Remember. Okay, that's all. So just I'm stopping this part. Just download the material and then just go through these things just multiple times. Just one